Tecovas is the go-to for premium, handcrafted Western boots. Stop by any store location for a warm welcome, a cold drink in hand, and a truly one-of-a-kind shopping experience. Let our friendly staff help you find your new go-to boots, whether your first pair or your 50th. Finish things off with a complimentary boot brand to make them extra special. Come for the boots, stay for the good times. Tecovas, forever West.
A text says, "You're on my mind." A bouquet from 1-800-Flowers says, "You're my everything." Heartfelt moments belong in the real world, not just your phone. For 50 years, 1-800-Flowers has helped millions of people make memories that'll last a lifetime with gifts they'll cherish forever. Their expertly curated arrangements and gift baskets ship nationwide with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Don't wait for the next big moment. Make it when you visit 1-800-Flowers.com/podcast. That's 1-800-Flowers.com/podcast.
Welcome to the Black Tax. There's an African proverb that says, "Rain beats a leopard skin, but does not wash out the spots." This career that I have chased after and am still chasing and have my highs and my lows and all that is going on with this Diddy trial and everybody with speculations and who says what and who says this and this happened or this didn't happen, or the fabrication that is currently going on, and everybody got an opinion and everybody got something to say and everybody knows everything, but absolutely nobody knows nothing. One of the hardest things to do when you work in entertainment or sport or any career, specifically in the entertainment space that I have worked in, is holding on to your identity. It is one of the most difficult things to do if you are not prepared to stand 10 toes down on your beliefs, what you've been taught, what you feel, and think that if you don't do what is best for you, you will lose everything. There have been many situations, both in New York, in Atlanta, and in LA, where I could have been compromised, where I could have gone along to get along, but I don't do that. I don't put myself in a situation where I have to change who I am, what I am, why I am, to appease or to get something that will benefit my career, but kill my soul one thing at a time. It is never easy to play a game where the game is already rigged before you walked in. The power, the need to control people, the ability to use influence to shut you down or to raise you high on a pedestal. But being raised high on a pedestal comes with responsibilities. And some people take those responsibilities because they're evil, and because they're jealous, and because of a plethora of things that they don't have that you do have, and they wish they could have, but they don't know how to. So by controlling the narrative of who you are, you insulate yourself from the potential of being harmed or hurt or being taken advantage of. I've talked about my experiences and the things that I've done and the places that I've gone and all these other kind of things. I have a family member who is very famous. And over the years, never made a big deal about it. It's like, yeah, we're family, no big deal. When I moved to LA, I started spending more time. But I also started noticing things. I started noticing how people respond and how people react and how people want to kiss the ring, so to speak, and maybe kiss whatever else they need to kiss in order for them to stay within the good graces of these individuals and this particular individual. And every time I would go up and hang out with family, it always felt weird. And I couldn't figure out why I was feeling this way. And what it was my inner voice saying, this is not a space for you to be in, and you don't need to be here. No matter what's at stake, you don't need to be in this situation because it does not benefit you. It only harms you. And I stopped going. And everybody's like, oh, what's wrong? I said, nothing's wrong. I'm just busy. I just have a lot of stuff I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to build something, and sitting around and just to be in the space for the sake of being in the space and nothing's getting done makes zero sense to me. There's a quote that keeps popping up for me lately. And the quote is, maybe God ruins your plans so your plans wouldn't ruin you. And I've been sitting with that quote my dad, or maybe it was my mom, had said to me when I was a young child. And it's so prevalent right now. Sometimes you get upset that things aren't working out the way they're supposed to work out. And yet, and still, they weren't supposed to work out. Because if you change who you are to meet what they want, one moment you're going to wake up and you're not going to recognize who you are. And then it's the long road back to the things and your principles and the identity and who you were when you first started. Fortune and fame changes people. Not because of the fortune and the fame, it's because they never had a foundation on who they were, why they were, or what they were. I have walked away from all kinds of deals, all kinds of money. And yes, could I have used it? Abso-fucking-lutely. Do I regret it? Not really. There may be one or two things I could have done differently. But at the end of the day, I got out of it what I needed, not what I wanted. And want and need are very two different things. And sometimes people think they're one and the same, and they're not. Holding on to who you are, your identity, the thing that makes you that woman, that man, that transgender, that thing, that desire, that one thing that you can hang your hat on that identifies you wholeheartedly is the thing you build your identity on. And because opportunities are presented to you, those opportunities should never, ever cause you to change your identity because of an opportunity. At no point, at no time, will I ever be anything other than Malik Shakur. I'm educated, I'm funny, I'm easygoing, I can be an asshole, I can be a motherfucker. When I'm out, I'm out. When I let you go, I let you go. There is no coming back. And I know I might have said it in one of my ramblings on these podcasts. If I walked off the road that you and I were on, there was a purpose and a reason why you were no longer a part of my life. And if in the distant future our roads intersect, that is not a reconnection of our relationship. That is a reminder of who you were, why it ended, and you still move forward on your road, leaving them at the crossroad. Identity is so vitally important in your adult life. Knowing what you want, why you want, and who you are carries you into places and spaces. Energy holds you together. I can walk into a space and my energy will shift immediately. I know I'm not going to be there long. I can't tell you why it shifted. I can't tell you what caused it to shift, but I can tell you that it did shift. And going up to my family member's house, the energy shifted. It became something different. It felt different. It wasn't just, oh, let's just hang out. There were other forces and other something. I can't tell you what it was, but what I can tell you is I was uncomfortable. And when I'm uncomfortable, I remove myself from spaces of uncomfortability. What I want you to think about, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, the depths of my soul. Know who you are. Know what you want. Know what you won't put up with. Think about your future. Think about how this one space or this one moment can affect your life later down the line. I don't take pictures with celebrities. I don't like taking pictures with celebrities. And so a friend was like, why don't you take pictures with celebrities? I don't know what that motherfucker's going to do later in life or what's going to come out about that motherfucker later in life. And then my photograph somehow, some way is associated with him. Then I have a lot of explaining to do that it was just a photograph. But you know, people begin to create whatever narrative they want to if they can make a penny off it. Be true to yourself. Be true to your principles. And if you don't have any principles, or you think you don't have any principles, think about the things you don't like. Think about the things you do like. Think about the opinions of how you see the world. That's where your principles come from. That's where your character comes from. I'm never going to be anything other than me. I would hope you know that you can't be anything other than yourself. You can put on makeup, you can put on new clothes, you can put a man unit on your head, or you can even put a wig. But the soul and the heart is still the same. And it will nag at you if you don't do the right thing. Remember, character is a part of your identity. And no matter what goes on in your life, the good, the bad, the indifferent, the hard, the very hard, the devastation, it will be your character that people will remember. It will be your character that gets you through to the other side. It will be your character that carries you through the tunnel towards the light. Stay woke. We out.